Hey, what's up, soldiers? My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome back to another video here today on the channel. Today, guys, we're going to be counting down the top 10 worst Juggernog locations in Call of Duty Zombies history. Before we get into it, guys, next week we're going to be doing the top 10 best wall weapons in Treyarch Zombies history. So make sure you guys comment that down below. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. Alright guys, coming in at the number 10 spot is going to be Shino Numa. Now, just so you guys know, this was completely based off what you guys commented last week. So Shino Numa, of course, it's one of those things. It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. You got to keep opening up the different areas until you actually get Jug. So it's completely random every game. One thing you can do though is you can actually shoot the perk machine like at the top. And if it sparks, that means it's most likely Jug or Speed Cola. Just a little tip there. But anyways, Shino Numa comes in at the number 10 spot. Coming in at the number 9 spot and continuing the box of chocolates you never know what you're going to get is Die Rise. Now, the reason I put this one at number 9 is because you can use the bank. You can get Jugs so fast and so easily. Like sometimes you're going to get it in the power room right away. Sometimes you get it in the death corner or something like that, which happened in my game. But like with the bank, it's so easy. You can get Jug pretty much immediately anyways. So it comes in here at the number 9 spot. Coming in at the number 8 spot is going to be Buried. Now, I'm really surprised that a lot of people commented this one because Juggernog on Buried is widely considered pretty much the best camping spot in all of Black Ops 2, besides maybe China Alley on Mob of the Dead. So I was actually really surprised that a lot of people commented this one, but I feel like Buried is in a really good spot. And if you get the Paralyzer, you can grab Jug and literally float over the zombies out of there, float up to the room above. I mean, really, it's not that bad in my opinion. So I was actually really surprised that a lot of people commented this one, and it comes in at the number 8 spot. Coming in at the number 7 spot is going to be Origins. Now, of course, you have to turn on Gen 4, which isn't really a huge issue. And then all you have to do is go and grab Jug. Now, the big problem with Origins, though, is that small little area. So if you go like mid-round and you're being chased by a bunch of zombies and they're sprinting and you go to grab Jug, sometimes you can get trapped and down like immediately, which is a really big issue. And that's happened to me multiple different times. But I would say that's really the only thing. If you're doing it at the end of the round or there's like one zombie left, it's really not that bad. But if you get like Templars and they shut down Jug and you have to turn it on mid-round, that's going to be a yikes. You're probably going to down. So watch out for that one. Coming in at the number 6 spot is Ascension. Now, honestly, I think the biggest problem with Ascension is the Space Monkeys. So you got to devise a plan of how you're going to get Jug. Are you going to keep both doors closed and then hope that you get it from a free perk by protecting like Quick Revive or PhD or something? Or are you going to open up the Quick Revive door and then protect Quick Revive and Jug at the same time? That's usually what I end up doing if I buy the perk. Also, if you're playing in a co-op game, I guess it doesn't really matter, but just don't open both doors because that just makes it a hassle for your teammates. But overall, I think that Juggernog is in a really bad spot on Ascension. And that's why it comes in at the number 6 spot. It always seems like when I played public matches, which I can't even find one nowadays, it would always end up, people would open both doors and it would just be a pain in the butt to cover. So yeah, Ascension comes in here at the number 6 spot. Coming in at the number 5 spot is another one that I was really surprised about, and that is Quinoderto. And now I remember camping in this spot back in the day. Like, people used to camp there because it was actually a decent spot right next to the Bowie knife. But I can understand if you have a bunch of zombies coming after you and you go to buy Jug, of course, it's a really bad spot. It's not going to be one of those things. It's worse than Origins. It's a larger area to get trapped in, and it's like 2 zombies wide basically. So if you have a bunch of zombies coming at you, you literally have to buy it, turn around and kill them. But that delay that you have before shooting when you're buying a perk can be really annoying, and that can usually lead to downing. So I understand why people commented it, and it comes in here at the number 5 spot. Coming in at the number 4 spot is the map that has literally the worst RNG ever, and it always happens to me. but it is going to be on Nuketown. Nuketown, you're either going to get it on round 3 or you're going to get it on like round 17 or 15 or something like that. So you don't know when you're going to get Jug, and that honestly is the biggest downside to this map. And I actually despise Nuketown. Like, it's one of my least favorite maps. I know a lot of people like it for like survival and all that stuff, but to me it's just not one of those things I enjoy. So Nuketown comes in at the number 4 spot. Dude, F that map, honestly. Coming in at the number 3 spot is going to be Derice. Now, this is more specifically World at War and Black Ops 1 because on the Giant, the perks completely randomized, so you could get it in a good spot. But in World at War Derice, you have to go in that back area across the bridge, and that is really, really annoying, like in the animal testing building. So I think that's a really bad spot because there's a window right to the right of where you buy it, and then there's one all the way in the back, and the zombies usually run pretty fast from those locations. So you want to make sure you get it like at the end of a round, but sometimes if you go down and you just need to buy Jug as quickly as possible, like this is just the worst possible spot mid round. You have such a low chance of getting it unless you run the zombies like all the way around and maybe call like the trap at animal testing or something. It's just one of those things that's like in a really, really bad spot. So that's why it comes in here at the number 3 spot. All right, guys, coming in at the number 2 spot is Moon. Now, Moon is definitely one of those maps that you basically need Jug right away, and then also you pray that the astronaut or cosmonaut doesn't take it from you, which is super annoying. So what I end up doing on Moon is I just restart until I get Jug, then I train the zombies around the teleporter area, get enough points, buy Jug, and then teleport in. This is by far the best method, but the biggest problem, if you buy Jug and say it gets stolen from the cosmonaut, or you down on the Moon actually, and then you have to teleport, and then you have speed cola there, then you have to teleport again. So that's like the only downside to getting it right at the start of the game, but I would highly recommend getting it at the start of the game. That is by far the best way, but just kill that cosmonaut as soon as you possibly can. All right, guys, we have 3 honorable mentions for this video. The first one is going to be Gorard Crovey. Don't know why anyone commented that, but people did. I think it's a pretty good spot. Next up is Transit. Of course, Transit is really annoying because you have to play Transit first of all, but the lava and the fog and the denizens make it a little bit annoying to traverse the map. You can use the turbine and hold it out, so it's only 2 knives. As soon as you hear a denizen, turn around, knife them. It's pretty easy, but you do have to turn on power, of course, or you could use a turbine, but eventually the turbine may break or zombies will destroy it, and then your Jug won't work anymore if you don't have power on. And last but not least, guys, is going to be Mob of the Dead. This one isn't really that bad in my opinion either, but if you don't have that $2,000 door open, then it can be a little tricky to escape sometimes, just because the like catwalk area there isn't that great. And also there's a spawn directly behind you and another one that comes like down the hallway, which leads and funnels to that area as well. So you definitely got to be careful mid round when you're buying Jug on Mob of the Dead. All right, guys, and coming in at the number 1 spot as the worst Juggernog location in Call of Duty Zombies history is Call of the Dead. Call of the Dead's Jug spot is so out of the way. Not only do you have to buy all the way to the back of the boat, which is extremely annoying. You have to pay like 6,000 points plus just to open up the doors to that area, which is super, super annoying. But not only that, you have to worry about the water. So you have to literally get through the water. If you have zombies chasing you and then you have to go through the water, they can basically catch up to you. And then last but not least, if you buy the door up to like the mule kick area, you're also like on a dead end essentially, so you have to like backtrack around, which is just a huge problem. This is by far the worst Jug spot. I've downed so many times on Call of the Dead and then just have to go by Jug and just get completely effed over going to buy Jug. It happens to me literally all the time on stream, doing other stuff. It's just one of the most annoying, and it honestly really, really annoys me because I love Call of the Dead so much. So anyways, guys, that is going to be the top 10 worst Juggernog locations. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know down below, and also comment the best wall weapon. My personal favorite is definitely the AN94 on Dyrez. So anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.